Lesson 16. I have no neutral thoughts.
So, just as in this world computers operate on a system of ones and zeros, binary system, the sleeping mind, the split mind is operating with two different thought systems. And this simple distinction must be made by the Holy Spirit. For the mind that has forgotten its abstract eternal reality and believes it is asleep and dreaming and is now a person in a world outside of itself, has forgotten that there is this simple distinction of two thought systems. One thought system creates its own likeness, and the other thought system, which is false, makes its own likeness. And now we begin to see the subtlety of judgment. That anything I think about a person, a place, a situation, in the past, in the future, all of them, every single one of those thoughts are made by falsity, by the ego. In eternity there are no persons, places, or things. Eternity, the kingdom of heaven, is abstract love and oneness. And those thoughts that come from eternity share the characteristics of eternity. They create like themselves. Love creates love. Harmony creates harmony. Infinity creates infinity. And egoic thoughts, which have no basis and arise from nothing, make images in their likeness and are one with those images. So we've been learning, opening to the realization that these thoughts that cross awareness, these thoughts of consciousness of the past and the future, of images, are meaningless because they have no reality, no source. And today's idea, I have no neutral thoughts, takes away the idea that thoughts have degrees of reality. As if there's degrees of falsity or degrees of reality. As if falsity can have levels, or reality could have levels. And we're focusing on the power of thought. As Jesus says, every thought you have contributes to the truth or to illusion. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. And those which contribute to the truth extend forever and ever. They simply radiate love. These are real thoughts. And in this opening to mind training, first we come to an admission that we are not aware of real thoughts, that real thoughts have been covered over by meaningless thoughts, and that those fill awareness, fill consciousness, even though the mind is literally blank when this seems to occur. This lesson also carries on with the awareness that each thought brings either peace or war, either love or fear, and that a neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. That's really the core meaning of today's lesson. A neutral thought is impossible. Thoughts are so powerful that they have immediate consequence to the mind. If you're thinking with God, if you're thinking with love, with truth, with source, you are immediately peaceful and loving. And if you seem to believe in anything else, any other thought at all, you are immediately in conflict. There's a war in the mind. And again, this is not a real war, because God didn't create fear and war and conflict. And yet, in awareness, there is not a single neutral thought, ever. So this gives new meaning to Jesus' teaching in the text, that you are much too tolerant of mind wandering. This gives new meaning, deeper meaning, to Jesus' teaching that an untrained mind can accomplish nothing. This is showing us right here, just on lesson 16, the absolute necessity, the importance, the imperative nature of mind training. This is why each day, each moment, is to be dedicated to mind training. In the world, mind training is unknown. There's reflections when people say, I'm going to my yoga class, but even in that, they usually think they're training their bodies. To go to a tennis instruction or to go to do stretches, weight training, dietary disciplines, marital disciplines, fidelity, disciplines involving time management. All these things can become meaningful only if it is used for mind training. Even the last example I gave, time management. If you give time to Jesus, to the Holy Spirit, this beautiful presence of love will direct time for you, all of time. If you give time over to Spirit, Spirit will use the concept of time, of moments, of hours, of days, of events. The Spirit will use it all to undo the belief in linear time and take you in deep to the acceptance of the atonement, to a still and tranquil and quiet mind that needs do nothing, to a state of mind in which there is no doer, nothing to be done, nothing ever done, pure stillness, the kingdom of heaven. So practice with me today. I have no neutral thoughts.